Hello YouTube, welcome to another one of my Duel Links videos. So today I have for you the ultimate insect deck, and by that I don't mean the best insect deck ever. I just mean like literally the ultimate insect, the monster deck. If you're not familiar with this card can be brought out by tribute summon, by special summon. But if you special summon this card with the effect of ultimate insect level 5, all your opponent's monsters lose 700 attack and defense. So that's a really cool effect. The way I bring him out is by using Pinch Hopper. Pinch Hopper brings out ultimate insect level 5 during my opponent's turn if they attack into it, and during my turn, in my standby phase, I can send this to the grave and then special summon ultimate insect level 7 from my hand or deck, and that's when he gets the attack. This has a similar effect as level 7 if you special summon it by using level 3, but I don't run level 3. The way I special summon or tribute summon this monster is just normal. So Pinch Hopper is the main combo piece. You really want to see him in your opening hand. That's why we run 3 of them. I run 2 Gokipon because it's kind of like the toolbox. It gets me to Pinch Hopper if I need it, and it also searches my 1 4-star Ladybug, because there are some decks that run nothing but level 4 monsters, and this card can win you the game against some of those decks. So just one, no reason to run multiple of them, especially because you can search it with Gokipon. I run 3 of the level 5 because I really want to see this, obviously, so that I can special summon it off of Pinch Hopper, and just 2 level 7s because I don't want to see it in my hand. But if I do happen to have it in my hand, I can still special summon it with the Pinch Hopper. It's just not going to get the effect. The rest of the cards are pretty standard. We got 2 Super Rush to defend ourselves because our monsters are very weak. Or main or boss monsters are okay, but they have weak defense, and then the rest of our monsters are just weak insects. So we run 2 Super Rush, 3 enemy controller, 1 Metamorph because it helps us deal with bigger monsters than or insects level 5 and 7. And I like the fact that you can add defense to your monsters. So for example, if they flip your level 7 to defense, you're gonna be at 1200. If you activate the Metamorph, you go up to to 1500, which means that the monster their monster needs to have at least 2300 base attack, because after they lose the 700, it's going to be hard for them to get over your insect level 7, and you see some of that on the replays. 2 Security Orb because Silent Magician is a thing, and I don't want to just run spells. I want to be able to have something to protect myself from the Silent Magician. So 2 Security Orbs and the 1 Windstorm. I'm running Restart because I really the fact you run 5 big monsters can get pretty bricky, so Restart helps us with that. It also helps you to see Pinch Hopper turn 1 because that's what you want ideally. So let's go ahead and get into these replays. I do want to shout out Yogi. He was the one that I was already working on this deck, but he sent me a screenshot of what he was working with, and he kind of suggested that I tried using the ultimate insect. I think he uses level 3 and 5 instead of 5 and 7, so shout outs to him. So on this first replay, we're going up against Bandit Keith. He immediately goes Kaiba Man into the Blue Eyes, and most of these duels were like pretty intense. I actually like that a lot about this deck, just the kind of interaction that I was having with different decks. So as you can see, I summoned the level 5 of a pinch hopper, and then I brought level 7 during my turn. He goes super rush, I chain my super rush, and then he chains his Kuribo. So it kind of sucks, but he had to spend 2 cards to the one card I spent, and I already had my follow-up play, which was gonna be search my my pinch hopper with Gokipon, and then just suicide into that blue dragon summoner to get my level 5 and then activate Metamorph. So this is one of those instances where Metamorph comes in pretty clutch. And from this point on, I go into my level 7. His monsters are going to lose 700 attack and defense. And I actually make a misplay here by attacking into the blue dragon summoner first, because I get a blue eyes to his hand. And little did I know that his face down was a Yugi Moto dragon. So that kind of sucks, but his blue eyes can't get over my insect. So he attacks my pinch hopper. I go for the enemy controller. He uses Champion's Vigilance, which I don't mind trading, a pinch hopper for a Champion's Vigilance. I just destroy the blue eyes, and he's in a top deck situation. He's having to use, whatever monster he draws into just to stay alive, and meanwhile, building up my resources. I am kind of low on cards, so I don't know if he was trying to go for the deck out, but he ends up, running out of monsters. He has to rely on the mirror wall to stay alive for one more turn, and then I think he just quits after this. Yeah, he didn't draw into anything good, so he just rage quit. But that was pretty intense, back and forth, and those are the kind of duels that I like having. I know sometimes I showcase OTK decks, but when you have back and forth interaction like that, that's when Yu-Gi-Oh is at the peak of its fun, in my opinion. So let's go over the second replay.
Duel.
And again, I had a good starting hand with pinch hopper and level 5, so I didn't go for the restart. He has Silent Magician, which kind of sucks because that can't get over my pinch hopper, and I don't want to just suicide. But I go ahead and search my 4-star Ladybug off the Gokipon. I was assuming that he was, waiting to draw his level up. I was kind of worried about that, but I end up just flipping over the 4-star Ladybug to destroy the Silent Magician. And then I try to go for the attack. He has Curse of Anubis, but I have a full back row and I have a full, 3 monsters, so I'm feeling pretty good. He uses Unified Front, which is a pretty cool card. Discards a Kuribo, and then I chain my Super Rush so that my monster doesn't die. And he's forced to use another Kuribo, so I didn't mind him, using 3 cards to stop my attack. And then he goes for the Dark Flare. I have a way to protect my insect, and then I'm just able to completely swing the momentum into my favor. I have I'm full of monsters. He goes for Silent Burning, giving me 6 cards. It has to be in the battle phase, so he couldn't do anything with the cards that he drew. I guess he was just hoping to draw some Sphere Kuribos maybe, but he had already spent 2, so maybe that was just his way of quitting. And then this next duel is going to be against Kaiba. I really want to make a Silent Magician deck, but I want to try to do something different with it, and I haven't figured out yet what I'm gonna do. So if you guys want to see a Silent Magician deck, maybe give me some suggestions. I don't want to just do, the usual. I've seen some variants already, and I don't want to do something that's just too similar to that. So here I'm going up against. I don't remember what he was using, but it's always nice when they waste D-spell on one of your traps. He does tribute summon for Dark Flare and then summons the Blue Eyes. I do have my level 5 and I have plenty of protection, so I'm gonna be able to go into my level 7, which is what I do here. He attacks the Pinch Hopper, go for the Windstorm, and then I bring out my level 7. I actually misplay here. I was clicking too fast and I tapped on the one in hand. You always want to summon the one from your deck so that you don't lose a resource when you summon it. So anyway, he goes for Majesty of Ice with Ice of Blue or something like that. So my level 7 can no longer attack, but I do have the Super Rush like I was telling you. It comes in clutch when you're trying to protect those weak monsters. He attacked into it with his Hunter Dragon, so I don't know if he was just giving up or if he didn't realize that his Hunter Dragon was dark. I don't know. But he doesn't draw into anything, so I end up just winning the game. But again, you know, I like this kind of duels. It's like you make a board, I'll try to out your board, and then you try to out my board. It's like I really enjoy the back and forth, and it's always better when you win it after that. This next one is against Yummy Yugi. I should have had the character alliance on for this duel. I wonder what kind of interaction these two characters have. So I go for the restart because I don't want to see the level 7 in my hand, and unfortunately I draw it off of restart again, which that happens a lot. Oh yeah, this was a control deck. So this is one of those times where Gokipon is really clutch. I'm able to fetch my 4-star Ladybug, so I don't have to worry about those 2 Sergeant Electros. And I set my entire back row because those Sergeant Electros are going to get destroyed. So he doesn't attack into it. I flip it during my turn. He activates the Michisaur, which I don't mind trading 3 cards for 1, as I said earlier. I don't want him to activate Desert Sunlight or anything like that, so I just Econ Take and tribute his monster instead. He goes for the Sphere Kuribo, but I'm pretty much ahead in the resources. I'm able to protect my level 5, and once it comes out as a level 7, then with the 700 debuff, there's nothing he can do. A Mirror Wall wouldn't protect him. He has a What Psychic Fighter, so he's just trying to lock me, but Mirror Wall couldn't save him. His monsters are just too weak at the moment, and from here on out, I'm pretty much just in control of the game. It's kind of cool how, that's what I try to do with this build. Get level 7 out as fast as possible, and then use all my other cards to protect it. So it does suck when they have something like Tribute to the Dune, or one of those cards that you can't do anything about. But when you're just protecting from battle, it's really easy to just take advantage of the duel. Here I go for the restart because I think that was 2 level 7s in my hand, and that's the worst. But once again, it comes back to my hand. I don't understand how running 2 of a card makes you see it more, but whatever. I do have the Gokipon, so I'm going to be able to search my Pinch Hopper. And then I set my 4-star Ladybug, because he is a Mako, so I expected some level 4s. And I'm gonna get a 2-for-1 once again. And then I just start getting some cheap damage with Pinch Hopper. I always try to do that because it forces my opponent to, take the 1000 damage, or in this case, spend a Kuribo, which, it's always nice when you can make your opponent spend resources on something like a Pinch Hopper. Anyway, he goes for the Riryoku. I have a Super Rush. So again, once you have your monster and you're just protecting it, like I was saying, your opponent can't come back from that. He's forced to use Mirror Wall just to stay alive, and then scoops after he doesn't draw into anything. So this deck is really fun. Again, this is just gold rank, you know. It's something fun to use in early in the ladder. It's working out pretty well for me. Let me know if you have any suggestions, because I don't know what I would do to improve this deck. Maybe take some of the defensive cards and be a little bit more aggressive with it. I don't know. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you want. And until next time.